Here in game one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in this last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
Back now live as we count down to the start of game one. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2020 Atlanta Braves.
A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, you got to love what Jonathan Lucroy does for this offense. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
Jason Gamble gets the ball for game one of the League Championship Series here at home. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, coming off his last start where he threw a no-hitter. Let's see how he backs that one up. How long will this no-hit bid continue?
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And let's take a look at Ender Enciarte. The name of his game is speed, covers a ton of ground, great arm in the outfield, ability to play Gold Glove caliber.
So stepping in, Justin Turner. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Third baseman, Justin Turner.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And we are underway in game one as the first pitch is swung on and missed for the first strike. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, that two-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap?
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Justin Turner is retired to lead off the ball game.
Batting second here tonight, the right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. Weather not much of an issue tonight. A mild 65 degrees here at game time. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
Debro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
In there, 2-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just a tick behind for a strike.
This offense has been warned. If they didn't know already, now they do know. He's fastball with him today.
This is pulled into right. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Way late on the fastball for strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gomez has a beat on it, and that ends the inning. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Jonathan Lucroy.
First delivery to him on the way. Little dribbler down the line. Ruiz ranges to his right. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Digging in the switch hitter, Sean Babb, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
That's a ball. Curveball down and in, misses. Ball 2.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
3-1 to the Dodgers left fielder. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count now.
I mean, this has been an interesting at-bat. We haven't seen, out of all the pitches, a single one in the strike zone. And yet we're in a full count. Don't be surprised if he throws the rosin there.
And he fouls this one off. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Stewart is underneath this one. And that will retire the side. Standing in, Kike Hernandez.
For the Dodgers, second baseman, Kike Hernandez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse.
1-1-1.
Top level arm like this.
And the spin throw gets him at first. A fine play there for the first out. Next up for Los Angeles, Clayton Kershaw.
The pitcher, number 22.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Third inning, no score to this point. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Turner. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Justin Turner.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Stewart is under this one. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Nothing. Stepping in for the Braves, Jason Gamble. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Gamble.
First pitch of the at-bat. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer here in the series. As the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0.
first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
And now is Yasiel Puig as we begin the top of the fourth. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. The windup and the 0-1. Just got a piece up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
First delivery to him on the way.
That's up, that's up, that's up.
Popped him up. Into the stands. He got it. Here's Jock Peterson now. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now here's the pitch.
Peterson.
Jock swings and sends a ball to deep right. Gone! A solo home run there for Jock Peterson. His first homer so far in the series, and the Dodgers are back even now at 1 apiece.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around. This one was no shocker.
Freeman waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. All tied at 1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Sean Babb. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you can speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Down the third baseline. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Got him. Digging in to try it again, Kike Hernandez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A ball and no strikes. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. A ball and a strike.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Hernandez behind a ball and 2 strikes. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one in. Striding in once again, Clayton Kershaw. He'll start things out now in the top half of the sixth. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. And he popped him up. He dives, but he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. The 1-1 home.
Straight up.
This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. Ruiz is over, and he puts it away for the first out. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Justin Turner. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. The 0-1 on its way. Sliders in for a strike.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. First offering on its way.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Down the first baseline. This will get foul for strike 2. The 0-2 delivery. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball. Ready for another chance. Jason Gamble. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. First delivery to him on the way. Now here's a ball heading for the right field corner. This has the distance, and it stays fair. Home run. A solo shot down the line in right. His second of the game, and now it's 2-1 in favor of Atlanta.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Here's Corey Seager. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. 2-0 now. Now the 2-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on.
That's up.
Freeman is under it. He's got it 1 away. Here's Jock Peterson now. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gomez is after it. And that's the second out of the inning. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. No hits to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And Lucroy behind the ball in 2 strikes. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one. Digging in once again, Sean Babb was hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
1-1 to the Dodgers' first baseman. As we head into the later innings game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Row, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. 2 different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? 2 different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 home. Misses above the zone for a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike to count.
Ripped down the line. Ruiz right there. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
Into the box now, Kike Hernandez. He'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Boy, that's a big base hit right there. The only problem now, D-Row, you have the pitcher's spot on deck. It'll be interesting to see how they play this one.
Well, those guys on the bench, they know their pay grade. They've been getting loose since the 4th inning. I look for the manager to definitely make the move here for another bat.
There's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Atlanta Braves, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Dodgers, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game: 2 hours and 53 minutes. Tonight's fate attendance at SunTrust Park, 41,500. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.